PayPal is no ordinary company, and this is no ordinary story. On the one hand, this is one of the most inspiring tales you'll ever hear. How a small group of people in their 20s with no real finance experience went up against big banking and revolutionized the way we send money. But there's also a very dark story here. How a company that promised so much has ended up ripping off its own users and being involved in countless scandals. There are very few companies with as many horror stories and unhappy customers. This is also a story about how PayPal faced fraudsters, gave away free money, nearly went bankrupt, and on multiple occasions hatched a secret plot to overthrow their own CEO. And yet, despite all of this controversy surrounding the company, hundreds of millions of people use PayPal every day, and the team behind PayPal have come to be known as the PayPal Mafia, a network of powerful billionaires who are behind so many other huge internet companies, which means there's an extreme amount of power in the hands of a very small group. So, it's time we delve into the truth. Welcome to the insane true story of PayPal. PayPal was founded in 1998. Created by Max Levchin, Peter Thiel, and Luke Nosek, PayPal quickly rose to prominence, promising users a revolutionary way to send and receive money online. And then, there's Elon Musk. Yes, the same Elon Musk we associate with Tesla and SpaceX. He joined the story a bit later when his company, X.com, merged with Confinity, the original parent of PayPal. After eBay acquired PayPal in 2002, the platform became the primary payment option for eBay transactions, propelling its popularity. Over the years, PayPal became a standalone company again and expanded beyond eBay, capturing millions of users and securing partnerships with major companies worldwide. For many, PayPal's reputation was solid, but underneath the surface, users began noticing issues that didn't quite match the company's friendly user-first image. The news story about beaming money from one Palm Pilot to another was exciting, but the publicity didn't lead to many people actually using PayPal. There were obvious flaws with the idea. For instance, what if you left your device at home? Most people didn't even own Palm Pilots. During a late-night brainstorming session to address these issues, Max casually suggested an idea. What if, on the PayPal website, you could also send money to someone's email address? This was nothing more than a temporary solution until a better option came along. It was simply meant to serve as a backup for those who forgot their Palm Pilots. Within weeks, people were using the email feature far more than the Palm Pilot system. Since anyone could sign up and send or receive money using just an email address, there was no need for a specific device. That same year, more Americans were choosing to send emails over physical letters. It quickly became clear that sending money via email was far more practical and popular. PayPal quickly gained thousands of users, prompting the team to shift focus from Palm Pilots to email payments. Meanwhile, in the same building, Elon Musk's X.com faced a similar realization. Musk initially dismissed email payments as trivial, calling it just moving numbers in a database, but it became the most popular feature of X.com's offerings. Though neither team planned to prioritize email payments, market demand pushed them to embrace it. By late 1999, these two neighboring companies, each with different initial plans, found themselves competing in the same space: email payments, sparking a fierce rivalry that would transform banking and the internet forever. Both companies knew the online payments market would have only one winner, driven by Silicon Valley's core principle, the network effect. The more users a network had, the more valuable it became. To dominate, PayPal and X.com focused entirely on customer growth, offering generous incentives. Free money for signing up and referring friends. PayPal gave $10 per sign-up and referral, while X.com upped the stakes with $20 per sign-up and $10 per referral. It was a bold strategy, or, as Elon Musk put it, a race to see who would run out of money last. Paying users for referrals proved highly effective for rapid growth, as it rewarded both the referrer and the new user, creating a viral marketing campaign. However, while both PayPal and X.com saw a surge in users, many were only there for the free cash bonuses. Neither company anticipated their services would find a clear purpose through an unexpected user base: eBay sellers. By 2000, eBay was a $1 billion company with tens of millions of users, but lacked a built-in payment system. Transactions often relied on cash, checks, or wire transfers. PayPal and X.com's email payments were a game changer, making transactions faster and easier. Sellers simply created accounts and listed PayPal or X.com as payment options, benefiting from the company's no-fee policies and referral bonuses. This incentive encouraged thousands of eBay users to adopt these services. By late January 2000, PayPal had over 100,000 users, and X.com wasn't far behind with nearly 200,000. The competition had clearly shifted to the eBay marketplace. At first, eBay had been fine with PayPal since they were making payments easier, which meant more people were using eBay. But by the end of 2000, half of all eBay listings had PayPal as their preferred payment option. They were missing out on a lot of money by not handling all those payments themselves directly to PayPal. eBay had already bought their own payment, a system called Bellpoint, and even though payments wasn't eBay's business, they felt like every sale that went through PayPal stole a little bit of income from them. Despite all the tactics eBay tried, it was still no match for PayPal's free service, which people had come to love. PayPal was still the most preferred payment service on eBay by far, and PayPal had now gone international and allowed users from around the world to open accounts. And so, as the year 2000 ended, PayPal had processed $1 billion in transactions in total since its inception. Having said that, PayPal was still nowhere near being actually profitable. By June 2001, 70% of all eBay sellers were using PayPal, while only 25% were using eBay's own payment service. eBay had to accept they just couldn't innovate as quickly because ultimately, payments was only a small part of eBay's business, whereas it was PayPal's entire focus. eBay took a more traditional approach to its payment system, like requiring a more in-depth verification process, unlike PayPal, who are handing out accounts and cash to literally anyone. And this would soon cause huge problems, and thus PayPal ultimately beat eBay. PayPal grew faster than competitors by offering generous welcome bonuses and making its services easy to use. However, weak verification processes led to widespread fraud. Employees admitted issuing credit to fake or stolen identities, with accounts under names like Mickey Mouse, receiving checkbooks and debit cards. Fraudsters exploited the system to create bulk accounts and repeatedly claim bonuses. Shell companies and stolen credit cards also abused the platform, while scammers used it to accept payments and vanish without delivering goods. This rampant fraud cost PayPal massive losses and damaged its reputation. Over the next few months, PayPal's user base grew rapidly, processing nearly $5 million daily by July. Fraud was a major issue, with fake accounts wiring money globally. To combat this, Max Levchin introduced CAPTCHA, a system requiring users to identify distorted characters, blocking bots from creating accounts. This innovation became widespread online. Max's biggest challenge was an anonymous hacker, Igor, who constantly created fake accounts. Through their battles, Max developed algorithms to detect and freeze suspicious activity, using patterns to fight fraud. This not only reduced PayPal's losses, but gave them a competitive edge, driving fraudsters to target competitors instead. However, the system sometimes mistakenly froze innocent users' accounts. PayPal faced another challenge: profitability. Initially operating on a freemium model with no transaction fees, they eventually forced users to upgrade and pay fees, breaking their promise of being free. This angered users, but with no real alternatives. They had to stay. PayPal's shift to charging fees after eliminating competitors was seen as a classic monopoly move, signaling more controversial decisions ahead. Of course, PayPal is not a charity, and so it had to find some way to become profitable. But the fact they'd blatantly broken a promise was a warning sign of the much shadier things PayPal would soon be doing to its customers. After years of challenges, PayPal became profitable and prepared to go public. The company had overcome hurdles like its merger with X.com, eBay battles, and fraud issues, gaining millions of users. However, the road to an IPO was rocky. PayPal faced multiple lawsuits, including patent infringement claims and allegations from the Louisiana Attorney General about lacking proper banking rights. The SEC also accused them of violating the pre-IPO quiet period. Negative press followed, compounded by the lingering effects of the dot-com bubble and being the first IPO announced after 9/11. Despite these setbacks, PayPal pressed forward. On February 15, 2002, PayPal went public at $13 a share, closing the day at over $20, becoming a billion-dollar company. What started as a struggling startup with 6 employees had grown into a business with 750 staff. Facing ongoing clashes with eBay, PayPal agreed to be acquired rather than risk being banned from the platform. On July 8, 2002, eBay bought PayPal for $1.5 billion in stock, marking a moment of relief and surprise for the team. Joining eBay marked the end of PayPal's fast-paced startup culture, with its rules and protocols replacing the once thrilling environment. Shortly after the acquisition, CEO Peter Thiel resigned, followed by co-founder Max Levchin and other top executives. In just 4 years, PayPal had weathered the dot-com bubble, leadership coups, battles with an e-commerce giant, achieved profitability, launched a successful IPO, and sold to eBay for $1.5 billion. But with the departure of its original founders, an era had ended. By 2011, PayPal had 100 million users and processed $315 million daily, eventually outgrowing its parent company, eBay. In 2015, eBay spun off PayPal as a separate entity, allowing both companies to focus independently. By 2024, PayPal was valued at over $70 billion, nearly triple eBay's worth. A remarkable leap from its beginnings, with Peter Thiel's $100,000 loan. However, despite its success, PayPal's reputation has declined in recent years. Once a symbol of innovation, it is now criticized as one of the most disliked and controversial companies. It's time to confront the darker side of what PayPal has become. PayPal's reputation has taken a massive hit, with a 1.3 average rating on Trustpilot from around 30,000 reviews. Complaints across platforms like Reddit and YouTube are widespread, detailing users' experiences of frozen accounts, withheld funds, poor support, and dishonest practices. Searching PayPal horror stories reveals countless examples of users feeling mistreated. One major issue is the sudden freezing of accounts without explanation, often holding users' funds for up to 180 days. Small business owners have reported losing access to critical funds, causing their businesses to collapse as they couldn't pay suppliers or staff. Customer support is often described as unhelpful, leaving users feeling treated like criminals. Another common grievance is the steep rise in PayPal's fees, especially for international transactions. For a company that gained trust by promising no transaction fees, its increasingly high costs have left many users frustrated and disillusioned. Many users report being scammed while using PayPal, with the platform often siding with scammers. Even when buyers or sellers provide clear evidence, PayPal frequently fails to investigate thoroughly, seemingly prioritizing fees over fairness. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has also accused PayPal of unethical practices, such as signing users up for credit accounts without consent, resulting in late fees and interest. Additionally, PayPal has been accused of lying about promotions, failing to fulfill them, and ignoring customer disputes. Things took an even darker turn when PayPal updated its policy to state that users could be fined $2,500 for posting misinformation, a move widely criticized as dystopian and overreaching. With rising fees, poor customer service, and controversial policies, PayPal's reputation continues to decline. After significant backlash, PayPal backtracked, claiming the $2,500 misinformation policy was a mistake. However, some users later noticed that penalties for certain violations still appeared in their policies. Given PayPal's history of broken promises, many remain skeptical and find it difficult to fully trust the platform. PayPal's dominance in online payments is waning, and as competition grows, it might push the company to prioritize its users once more and reclaim its innovative roots. Given PayPal's current state, it's no surprise that the original team behind X.com and PayPal eventually left. What's surprising, however, is what they went on to achieve next. For PayPal's early employees, the company became a crash course in building startups. The lessons they learned shaped the future of tech, with many going on to create or influence some of the world's biggest companies. Engineers Steve Chen, Jawed Karim, and Chad Hurley co-founded YouTube. Reid Hoffman founded LinkedIn. Peter Thiel became Facebook's first outside investor. Russell Simmons and Jerry Stoppelman co-founded Yelp. Elon Musk went on to build SpaceX and Tesla, fund OpenAI, and acquire Twitter, finally reusing the X.com domain he'd held onto for years. Beyond these high-profile ventures, many PayPal alumni became prominent investors or executives, shaping nearly every major Silicon Valley company. In 2007, Fortune coined the term PayPal Mafia to describe this influential group. Even after their departures, the group stayed connected. When SpaceX was on the brink of bankruptcy, Peter Thiel's investment firm stepped in to save the company, exemplifying the PayPal Mafia's loyalty to one another. This network has redefined how we shop, connect, learn, and live, leaving an indelible mark on technology and society.